were telling me, all right, when you were reading this book, you tried to talk to some. When you were writing the book, you were trying to talk to some subway cops, and you couldn't really find anybody.
Yeah,
to
no
go on
one
record.
would. It was, they wouldn't talk to me.
But you told me about like the most disturbing phenomenon that apparently happens. What's it called again?
Space case.
Space case.
Right, what's space case?
It's fucked, man. All right, so if the guy gets pinned on the platform, the train comes and pins him up against the platform. So you're stuck.
Your body's between the platform and the train.
Yeah, so you're alive because the pressure is keeping all of your organs compacted together.
Yeah.
So the cop comes. Listen, they got to move the train eventually, Yeah. The cop comes. They give you a cigarette or whatever, I don't even think like a minister comes. They don't have enough time, They tell you what's going to happen. The guy's freaking the fuck out. And then I can curse?
Yeah, you can curse. It's fine.
So the guy's freaking out. And then they put the body bag below you. No joke. They move the train. Everything unravels. The guy's guts fall out of his body. And they bring him away.
Jesus Christ.
And that's the thing. A lot of transit cops really traumatizes a lot of transit cops who have to deal with that,
So how'd you hear about this? From a transit cop?
Bartender I know, his brother was a transit cop and had to deal with it.
And it's called a space case?
Space case,
and it's like, it's fairly, like that's the crazy
common.
thing is that you told me it's fairly common.
It's fairly common also for people to just get hit by trains,
Really?
Like, people get hit by trains all the time, and the MTA, the articles aren't all over the place. I mean, if you go on Gothamist, you go on one of these websites,
you'll see it.
But
that happened to someone a couple months ago. Someone got pinned on the subway.
But it's happening all the time.
So you're saying there's cover-ups of people getting pinned on the subway?
It's just not heavily, widely reported.
You'd think it'd be reported constantly with the amount of people with cell phones and on the subway.
Yeah, but I don't think people really want to. I mean, it's kind of a downer. Nobody really wants to talk. I mean, we're covering it here because we're depressed losers.
It happens in front of me. I'm busting out that cell phone and screaming "World Star" for some reason. I don't know.
Oh, that is so. Some guy just got told that eventually, because he's alive and speaking.
Alive.
It's not like he just got fucked up by the train.
No, I know.
So you're gonna yell "World Star" as they pull the train out, and this guy and the faint visage of life just fades from his eyes as his organs just fall all over the train tracks, and become rat food. You're gonna yell "World Star" and
they're
take
not
the flick.
gonna fall on the tracks.
Yeah,
they're gonna have the space case.
They put the space case bag below the body bag.
Oh, they have a special bag for it, like a pooper scooper.
Probably, yeah.
Were you not listening to the story
It's
he
horrible.
just said?
No, it's really horrible, But it's probably a quick way to die. Probably once it happens, Once they move the train,
Sure, you don't feel the bottom half of your body.
Yeah, but like you hear, boom, boom, stand clear of the closing doors, and then you're dead. You're gone.
That's a rough one.
It's the end of you. You were telling me something else. Did you find this out when you were writing the book, the Gum Squad?
Yeah, there's the Gum Squad. No, I found this out actually when I was doing community service for being arrested many moons ago. But the guy who was running the station cleanup told me there used to be a Gum Squad. And their job was to just, because you see spots on the ground. You see it on the pavement, you see it in subway stations. So they had to pour this solution all over the platform and then come with a scraper and scrape up all the gum.
So the old, because in the city, or I guess in any city, really, you'll see oval spots, and it's they're black. You're what is that? That's an old piece of gum just ingrained into the goddamn sidewalk or whatever, the platform.
Yeah, so this solution, whatever was in the solution, killed everyone who ever worked on the Gum Squad.
It's like Agent Orange.
And probably a bunch of people doing community service.
Probably also,
They probably don't talk about that.
Didn't have a,
so how'd you find out about the Gum Squad?
So I got arrested once and I had to do some community service, and the guy who was running the community service unit just mentioned it in passing. So then I went home and I looked into it, and there was a Gum Squad, and these people really died in vain. They died for no reason.
They died to remove gum.
What's really sad is that there's just a bunch of gum on the platform.
And there's still a bunch of gum. It's
true.
like it never happened,
Yeah.
They made no impact on the world. This is real. This interview.
How'd you rather die, Space Case or Gum Squad?
Space Case, dude. It's fast. I'm not gonna just die from some horrible lung disease. I'm guessing that's what got him because they're just inhaling fumes from this awful gum removing chemical. The hell? What was in this chemical? Just use some OxyClean. Who cares?
I don't think they had OxyClean at the time.
Well, that's Billy Mays' fault.
Well, he's dead too.
They found a bunch of Coke and Xanax in him.
Really?
Yeah, when he died.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
He seemed pretty enthusiastic.
He liked to party, dude. He had all that OxyClean money.
Yeah, and Orange Clean, whatever the hell that shit is.
Oh, the OxyClean guy was on drugs.
I don't know, whatever. So he did a little bit of coke, ate a little bit of Xanax. Okay. Who doesn't? Right? What?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, clean as a whistle.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. All right, look, you're listening to High Society Radio.